Welcome to the Maryland Shakespeare Players production of Hamlet, the Stamp Student Union. At this time, we ask that you silence your cell phones and any other recording devices that may beep or buzz during the show. Please keep in mind that photography, recording, and any form of smoking or vaping are all prohibited during the performance. We also ask that you keep aisles and walkways clear, as our performers will be using them. Be advised that this performance contains mature content, loud and/or sudden noises, and staged violence. And lastly, please take a moment to locate the nearest exit in the unlikely event of an emergency. Thank you for coming to our show, and welcome to Elsinore.
Who's there?
Nay, answer me. Stand and unfold yourself.
Long live the king.
Bernardo,
He.
you come most carefully upon your hour.
'Tis now struck 12. Get thee to bed, Francisco.
For this relief, much thanks. 'Tis bitter cold, and I am sick at heart.
Have you had quiet guard?
Not a mouse stirring.
Well then, good night. And if you do meet Horatio and Marcellus, the rivals of my watch, bid them make haste.
I think I hear them. Stand ho, who's there?
Friends to this ground.
And liegemen to the dame. Hello, Bernardo.
Say, what, is Horatio there?
A piece of him.
Welcome, Horatio. Welcome, good Marcellus.
What? Has this thing appeared again tonight?
I've seen nothing.
Horatio says 'tis but our fantasy, and will not let belief take hold of him touching this dreaded sight twice seen of us. Therefore I've intruded him along with us to watch the minutes of this night, that if again this apparition comes, he may approve our eyes and speak to it.
Tush, tush. Come on up here.
Sit down a while, and let us once again assail your ears that are so fortified against our story. Would we have two nights seen?
Well, sit we down, and let us hear Bernardo speak of it.
Last night of all, when yon same star that's westward from the pole had made its course to illume that part of heaven where it now burns, Marcellus and myself, the bell then beating one,
Oh, peace break thee off! Look where it comes again!
in the same figure like the king that's dead.
Scholar Horatio, speak to it!
Looks it not like the king? Mark it, Horatio.
Most like, it harrows me with fear and wonder.
It would be spoke to.
Oh, question it, Horatio!
What art thou that usurpest this time of night, together with that fair and warlike form in which the majesty of fairy Denmark did sometimes march? By heaven, I charge thee, speak!
Oh, it is offended.
See, it stalks away.
Stay! Speak! Speak! I charge thee, speak!
'Tis gone and will not answer.
How now, Horatio? You tremble and look pale. Is this not something more than fantasy? What think you on it?
Before my God, I might not believe it if not for the sensible and true avouch of mine own eyes.
Is it not like the king?
As thou art to thyself. 'Tis strange.
Thus twice before, and jump at this dead hour, where martial stalk hath begun by our watch.
To what thoughts work, I know not. But by the gross and scope of my opinion, this bodes some strange eruption to our state.
I think it be no other but so. Well, may it sort that this pretentious figure comes armed through our watch, so like the king that was and is the question of these wars.
A mote it is to trouble the mind's eye. In the most high and palmy state of Rome, a little ere the mightiest Julius fell, the grave stood tenantless, and the sheeted dead did squeak and gibber in the Roman streets. And the stars, with trails of fire and dews of blood, disasters in the sun, and that moist star upon whose influence Neptune's empire stands, was sick almost to doomsday with eclipse. And even the like precursor of fierce events, as harbingers preceding still the fates, and prologue to the omen coming on, have heaven and earth together demonstrated unto our climatures and countrymen. Soft. Behold, lo, where it comes again! Across it, though it blast me. Say, illusion, if thou hast any sound or use of voice, speak to me. If thou art privy to thy country's fate, which happily foreknowing may avoid, oh, speak, stay and speak. Stop it, Marcellus.
Shall I strike at it with my partisan?
Do if it will not stand.
'Tis here.
'Tis here.
'Tis gone. We do it wrong, being so majestical, to offer it the show of violence, for it is as the air invulnerable, and her vein blows malicious mockery.
It was about to speak when the cock crew.
And then it started like a guilty thing upon a fearful summons. I have heard, the cock that is the trumpet to the morn, doth with his lofty and shrill-sounding voice awake the god of day, and at his warning the extravagant and erring spirit hies to his confines, and to the truth herein this present object made probation, so I have heard and do in part believe it. But look, the morn, in russet mantle clad, walks o'er the dews of yon high eastward hills. Break me a watch up, and by my advice let us impart what we have seen tonight unto young Hamlet, for upon my life this spirit, dumb to us, will speak to him. Do you consent that we shall acquaint him with it, as needful our loves, fitting our duty?
Let's do it, I pray, and I this morning know where we shall find it most conveniently.
Hamlet, our dear brother's death, the memory be green, and that it us befitted to bear our hearts in grief, and for our whole kingdom to be contracted in one brow of woe. Yet, so far hath discretion fought with nature that we, with wisest sorrow, think on him together with remembrance of ourselves. Therefore our sometime sister, now our queen, have we, as 'twere with a defeated joy, with an auspicious and dropping eye, with mirth in funeral and dirge in marriage, in equal scales weighing delight and dole, taken to wife. Nor have we here in bar your better wisdoms, the which have gone with this affair freely along. For all our thanks. Now, Laertes, you told us of some suit. What is it, man? Speak, what news?
My dread lord, your leave and favor to return to France, from whence, though willingly I came to Denmark to show my duty in your coronation. Yet now I must confess that duty done, my thoughts and wishes bend again toward France, and bow them to your gracious leave and pardon.
Have you your father's leave? What says Polonius?
He hath, my lord, wrung from me my slow leave by laboursome petition, and at last upon his will I sealed my hard consent. I do beseech you, give him leave to go.
Take thy fair hour, Laertes, time be thine, and may thy best graces spin it at thy will. But now, our cousin Hamlet, and our son.
Little more than kin, less than kind.
How is it that the clouds still hang on you?
Not so, my lord, I am too much in the sun.
Good Hamlet, cast thy nighted color off, and let thine eye look like a friend on Denmark. Do not forever with thy veiled lids seek for thy noble father in the dust. Thou know'st 'tis common, all that lives must die, passing on from nature to eternity.
Aye, madam. 'Tis common.
If it be, why seems it so particular with thee?
Seems, madam, nay, it is. I know not seems. 'Tis not alone my inky cloak, good mother, nor windy suspiration of forced breath, nor customary suits of solemn black, no, nor the fruitful river of mine eye, nor the jected havior of my visage, together with all shapes, forms, moods of grief that can denote me truly. These indeed seem, for they are actions that a man might play. But I have that within which passeth show, these, but the trappings, the suits of woe.
'Tis sweet and commendable in your nature, Hamlet, to give these morning duties to your father so. But you must know, your father lost a father, that father lost his, and the survivor bound to do obsequious sorrow. But to persevere in obstinate condolement is a course of impious stubbornness. 'Tis a manly grief. Why should we, in our peevish opinion, take it to heart? We pray, bend to earth this peevish woe, and then you remain here in the cheer and comfort of our eye, our chiefest courtier, our cousin, and our son.
Let not thy mother lose her prayers, Hamlet. I pray you, stay with us. Go not to Wittenberg.
I shall, in all my best, obey you, madam.
'Tis a fair and loving reply. Be as ourselves in Denmark. Madam, come. This gentle and unforced accord of Hamlet sits smiling in my heart, in grace whereof no jocund health that Denmark shall drink today, but the great cannon to the cloud shall tell. And the kings rouse will the heavens brood again, re-speaking earthly thunder. Come, away!
Oh, that this too solid flesh would melt, thaw, and resolve itself into a dew. Or that the everlasting had not fixed his cannon against self-slaughter. Oh, God, how weary, stale, flat, and unprofitable seem to me all the uses of this world. Fie on it, fie! 'Tis an unweeded garden that grows to seed. Things rank and gross in nature possess it merely that it should come to this. But 2 months dead, nay, not so much, not 2, a little month, or ere those shoes were old with which she followed my poor father's body. Oh, God, a beast that wants discourse of reason would have mourned longer. Within a month, or ere yet the salt of most unrighteous tears had left the flushing in her galled eyes, she married. Oh, most wicked speed to post with such dexterity to incestuous sheets. It is not, nor it cannot come to good. But break my heart, for I must hold my tongue.
Hail to your lordship.
I am glad to see thee well, Horatio, or I do forget myself.
The same, my lord. Your poor servant ever.
Sir, my good friend, I'll change that name with you. But what, in faith, make you from Wittenberg?
A truant's disposition, good my lord.
I would not hear my enemy say so, nor shall you do mine ear that violence to make a truster of your own report against yourself. I know you are no truant. But what is your affair in Elsinore? We'll teach you to drink deep ere you depart.
My lord, I came to see your father's funeral.
I prithee, do not mock me, my fellow student. I think it was to see my mother's wedding.
Indeed, my lord, it followed hard upon.
Thrift, Horatio, the funeral baked meat did coldly furnish forth the marriage tables. My father. Methinks I see my father.
Where, my lord?
In my mind's eye, Horatio.
My lord? I think I saw him yesterday.
Saw who?
My lord, the king, your father.
The king, my father.
Seizing your admiration for a while, with an attent ear, till I may deliver upon the witness of these gentlemen this marvel to you.
For God's love, let me hear.
2 nights together have these gentlemen, Marcellus and Bernardo, on their watch been thus encountered. A figure like your father appears before them, and with solemn march goes slow and stately by them. Thrice he walked past their oppressed in fear surprised eyes, and I with them the 3rd night kept the watch. The apparition comes. I knew your father. These hands are not more like.
But where was this?
My lord, upon the platform where we watched.
Did you not speak to it?
My lord, I did, but answer made it none. Yet once methought it lifted up its head, and did address itself to motion like as it would speak. But even then, the morning cock crew loud, and at the sound it shrunk in haste away, and vanished from our sight.
It is very strange.
As I do live my honored lord, 'tis true, and we did thought it writ down in our duty to let you know of it.
Indeed, sirs, but this troubles me. Hold you the watch tonight.
We do, my lord.
I would I had been there.
It would have much amazed you.
I will watch tonight. Perchance 'twill walk again.
I warrant it will.
If it assume my noble father's person, I'll speak to it, though hell itself should gape and bid me hold my peace. I pray you all, if you have hitherto concealed this sight, let it be tenable in your silence still. And whatsoever else shall hap tonight, give it an understanding, but no tongue. I will requite your loves. Upon the platform, twixt 11 and 12, I'll visit you, farewell.
Our duty to
Thanks,
your
Your
honor.
Honor.
Your loves as mine to you, farewell. My father's spirit in arms, all is not well. I doubt some foul play would the night were come. Till then, sit still, my soul. Foul deeds will rise, though all earth o'erwhelm them, to men's eyes.
My necessaries are embarked. Farewell. And sister, as the winds give benefit and convoy as assistant, do not sleep, but let me hear from you.
Do you doubt that?
Oh, for Hamlet, in the trifling of his favor, hold it defashioned and a toy in blood, a violet in the youth of primy nature, forward, not permanent, sweet, not lasting, the perfume and suppliance of a minute, no more.
No more but so?
Oh, think it no more. Perhaps he loves you now, and no soil nor caudle doth besmirch the virtue of his will. But you must fear. His greatness weight, his will is not his own, for he himself is subject to his own birth. Fear it, Ophelia. Fear it, sweet sister. Keep you in the rear of your affection. Best safety lies in fear. Youth to itself rebels, though none else near.
I shall the effect of this lesson keep as watchman to my heart. But, good my brother, do not as some ungracious pastors do, show me the steep and thorny way to heaven, whiles like a puffed and reckless libertine himself the primrose path of dalliance treads, and recks not his own reed.
Fear me not! I stay too long. But here my father comes. A double blessing is a double grace. Occasion smiles upon a second leave.
Yet here, Laertes, aboard, for shame. The wind sits in the shoulder of your sail, and you are stayed for. There, my blessing with thee. And these few precepts in thy memory see thou character. Give thy thoughts no tongue, nor any unproportioned thought his act. Be thou familiar, but by no means vulgar. Who do not dull thy palm with entertainment of each new-hatched, unfledged comrade. beware of entrance to a quarrel, but being in it, bad that the opposed may beware of thee. Neither a borrower nor a lender be, for loan oft loses both itself and friend. This, above all, to thine own self be true, and it must follow, as the night the day, thou canst not be false to any man. Farewell, my blessing season this in thee.
Most humbly do I take my leave, my lord. Farewell, Ophelia, and remember well what I have said to you.
My memory locked, and you yourself shall keep the key of it.
Farewell.
What is it, Ophelia B. hath said to you?
So please you, something touching the Lord Hamlet. He hath, my lord, of late made many tenders of his affection to me.
Affection? Puh! You speak it like a green girl, unsifted in such perilous circumstance. Do you believe his tenders, as you call them?
I do not know, my lord, what I should think.
Marry, then I'll teach you. Think yourself a baby, that you've ta'en these tenders for true pay, which are not sterling. Tender yourself more dearly.
My lord, he hath importuned me with love in honorable fashion.
Aye, fashion, you may call it. Go to, go to.
And hath given countenance to his speech, my lord, with almost all the holy vows of heaven.
Aye, springs to catch woodcocks. I do know when the blood burns how prodigal the soul of the These blazes, daughter, giving more light than heat, extinct in both, even in a promise as it is a making, you must not take for fire. From this time, be somewhat scanter of your maiden presence. I would not, in plain terms, from this time forth, have you so slander any moment leisures, give words or talk with the Lord Hamlet. Look to it, I charge you. Come your ways.
I shall obey, my lord.
The air bites shrewdly. It is very cold.
It is nipping and eager, air.
What hour is it?
I think it lacks of 12.
Nay, it is struck.
Indeed? Heard it not. And it draws near the season wherein the ghost held his wont to walk. Look, my lord, it comes!
Angels and ministers of grace defend us. Be thou a spirit of health or goblin damned, bring with thee airs from heaven or blasts from hell. Be thy intents wicked or charitable, thou comest in such a questionable form that I'll speak to thee. I'll call thee Hamlet, King, Father, Royal Dane, oh, answer me. Say, why is this? Wherefore? What should we do?
It beckons you to go away with it.
Do not go with it.
No, by no means.
Will not speak, then I will follow it.
Do not, my lord.
Or what should be the fear? It waves me forth again, I'll follow it.
What if it tempt you to the blood, my lord, or to the dreadful summit of the cliff?
It waves me still, go on, I'll follow thee.
But you will not go, my lord.
Hold off your hands.
Be ruled, you shall not go.
My fate cries out, unhand me, gentlemen, by heaven I'll make a ghost of him that lets me. I say away, go on, I'll follow thee.
Something is rotten in the state of Denmark.
Heaven will direct it.
Nay, let's follow him.
Where wilt thou lead me? Speak, I'll go no further.
Mark me.
Speak, I am bound to hear.
So wilt thou to revenge. when thou shalt hear. What? I am thy father's spirit, doomed for a certain term to walk the night, and by day confined to fast in fires, until the sins committed in my days of nature are burnt and purged away. List, oh, list if thou didst ever thy dear father love.
God!
Revenge is most foul, unnatural murder. Murder most foul, as in the best it is, but this most strange, foul, unnatural.
Haste me to know it, that I may with wings as swift as meditation or thoughts of love sweep to my revenge.
I find the act. Now, Hamlet, here. 'Tis given out that sleeping my orchard a serpent is stung. But know, thou noble youth, the serpent that did sting thy father's life now wears his crown.
Oh, my prophetic soul, mine uncle!
Aye, that incestuous, that adulterous beast, with the witchcraft of his wit, with traitorous gifts so to seduce, one to his lust the will of my most seeming virtuous queen. Soft, methinks I scent the morning air. Brief, let me be. Sleeping, in my orchard upon my secure hour, thy uncle stole, with juice of cursed heaven on in a vial, and in the porches of my ears did pour the leprous distilment, whose effect holds such an enmity with blood of man, that swift as quicksilver it courses through the natural gates and alleys of the body. Thus was I, sleeping, by a brother's hand, of life, of crown, of queen, at once dispatched, cut off, even in the blossoms of my sin, no reckoning made, but sent to my account with all my imperfections on my head. If thou hast nature in thee, bear it not! Let not the royal bed of Denmark be account of luxury and damned incest! But, howsoever thou pursuest this act, taint not thy mind, nor let thy soul contrive against thy mother on't. Leave her to heaven, to the thorns that in her bosom lodge to prick and sting her. Fare thee well at once. Low word shows the man to be near, begins to pale his uneffectual fire. Adieu, adieu, Hamlet. Remember me.
All you hosts of heaven, oh, earth, and what else shall I couple hell to? Oh, fight! But hold my heart, and you, my sinews, grow not instant old, but bear me stiffly up. Remember thee. Yea, from the table of my memory I'll wipe away all trivial fond records, and thy commandment all alone shall live within the book and volume of my brain. Oh, villain, villain, smiling, damn it, villain! I have sworn it.
Lord Hamlet!
My lord! Lord Hamlet?
So be it.
My noble lord, how is it?
What news, my lord?
Oh, wonderful.
Good my lord, tell it.
Nay, you'll reveal it.
Aye, my lord, by heaven.
Nor I, my lord.
What sayest thou? Would heart of man once believe it? But you'll be secret. Now then, my friends, as you are friends, scholars, and soldiers, give me one poor request.
What is it, my lord? We will.
Never make known what you have seen tonight.
My lord, we will not.
Nay, but swear it.
In faith, my lord, not I.
Nor I, my lord, in faith.
Upon my sword.
We have sworn, my lord, already.
Upon my sword, indeed. Ah, boy, what sayest thou, true penny? Art thou there? Come on, you heard the fellow in the cellarage consent to swear.
Propose the oath, my lord.
Never to speak of what you have seen tonight. Swear by my sword.
Day and night, but this is wondrous strange.
Therefore, as a stranger, give it welcome. There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy. But come, here, as before, so help you mercy never, how strange or odd I bear myself, as I hereafter perchance shall think meet to put in antic disposition on, that you, at such time seeing me, never shall, with any such ambiguous giving out, to note that you know aught of me. This not to do, so grace and mercy at your most need help you swear. Rest! Rest, perturbed spirit! So, gentlemen, with all my love I do commend me to you, and what so poor a man as Hamlet may do to express his love and friending to you, God willing, shall not lack. Let's go in together. And your fingers on your lips still, I pray you. The time is out of joint. Oh, cursed spite that ever I was born to set it right. Nay, come, let's go in together.
Ophelia? What's the matter?
Oh, my lord, my lord. I have been so afraid.
With what? In the name of God?
My lord, as I was sewing in my closet, Lord Hamlet, with his doublet all unbraced, and with a look so piteous and purport as if he'd been loosed out of hell to speak of horrors, he comes before me.
Mad for thy love?
My lord, I do not know, but truly I do fear it.
What said he?
He took me by the wrist and held me hard, and thrice his head thus waving up and down. He raised a sigh so piteous and profound as it did seem to shatter all his bulk and end his being. That done, he lets me go. And with his head over his shoulder turned, he seemed to find his way without his eyes. For out of doors he went without their helps, and to the last bended their light on me.
Come, go with me. I will go seek the king. This is the very ecstasy of love that does afflict our natures. I am sorry. What? Have you given him any hard words of late?
No, my good lord, but as you did command, I did repel his fetters and denied his access to me.
That hath made him mad. I am sorry that with better heed and judgment I had not quoted him. Come, go into the king. This must be known, which, being kept close, might move more grief to hide than hate to utter love.
Welcome, dear Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. Moreover, that we much did long to see you, the need that we have to use you to provoke our hasty sending. Something you have heard of Hamlet's transformation. So call it, sith neither the exterior nor the inward man resembles that it was. What it should be, more than his father's death, has put him so far from the understanding of himself I cannot dream of. I entreat you, that, being of so young days brought up together, that you vouchsafe your rest here in our court some little time, and, by your companies, draw him to pleasures, and to gather, as from occasion as you may glean, whether aught unknown to us afflicts him thus that opened lies within our remedy.
Good gentleman, he hath much talked of you, and sure I am, two men there are not living to whom he more adheres. If it should please you to expend your time with us a while for the supply and profit of our hope, your visitation shall receive such thanks as fits a king's remembrance.
Both your majesties might, by the sovereign power you have of us, put your dread pleasures more into command than to entreaty.
But we both obey, and here give up ourselves in the full bent to lay our service freely at your feet, to be commanded.
Thanks, Rosencrantz and gentle Guildenstern.
Thanks, Guildenstern and gentle Rosencrantz. Now, I do beseech you to go instantly visit my too much changed son.
Heavens make our presence and our practice pleasant and helpful to him.
Aye, amen.
I assure my good liege that I have found the very cause of Hamlet's lunacy.
Speak of that we do long to hear.
I doubt it is no other but the main, his father's death and our over-hasty marriage.
My liege and ma'am, to expostulate what majesty should be, what duty is, why day is day, night, night, and time is time, were nothing but to waste night, day in time. Therefore, since brevity is the soul of wit, and tediousness the limbs and outward flourishes, I will be brief. Your noble son is mad. Mad, call I it, for to define true madness, what is it but to be nothing else but mad? But let that go.
More matter, with less art.
Good madam, I swear I use no art at all. That he is mad, 'tis true, 'tis true, 'tis pity. And pity, pity 'tis true, a foolish figure. But farewell it, for I will use no art. Mad, let us grant him. Then and now remains that we find out the cause of this effect, or rather say, the cause of this defect. For this effect, defective, comes by cause. Thus it remains, and the remainder thus, perpetual. I have a daughter, she is mine, who, in her duty and obedience, mark, given me this. Now gather and surmise. To the celestial and my soul's idol, the most beautified Ophelia.
Came this from Hamlet to her?
Good madam, stay a while. I will be faithful. Doubt thou the stars of fire, thou the sun doth move, thou truth to be a liar, but never doubt I love. Oh dear Ophelia, I love thee best than evermore, most dear lady, whilst this machine is to him Hamlet. This, in obedience, hath my daughter shown me.
But how hath she received his love?
What do you think of me?
As of a man faithful and honorable.
I would fain prove so. But what might you think when I had seen this hot love on the wing? What might you think? No, I went round to work, and to my young mistress thus did I bespeak. Lord Hamlet is a prince, out of thy star, this must not be. And then I precepts gave her that she should lock herself from his resort, which, being done, took the fruits of my advice. And he repulsed, shall tell, fell into a sadness, then into a fast, then into a watch, then into a weakness, then into a lightness, and by this declension, into the madness where now he raves and all we mourn for.
You think 'tis this?
It may be, very likely.
How may we try it further?
You know, sometimes he walks for hours together here in the lobby.
So he does indeed.
At such a time, I'll loose my daughter to him. Be you and I behind an arras. Mark the encounter. He love her not, and be not from his reason fallen that on, let me be no assistant to his state, but keep a farm and carters.
We will try it.
Oh, but look where sadly the poor wretch comes reading.
Away, I do beseech you, both away. Oh, give me leave. How does my good lord Hamlet?
Well, God mercy.
Do you know me, my lord?
Excellent. Well, you are a fishmonger.
Not I, my lord.
I would you were so honest a man.
Honest, my lord.
Aye, sir. To be honest, as this world goes, is to be one man picked out of 10,000.
That's very true, my lord.
For if the sun breed maggots in a dead dog, it being a good kissing carrion, have you a daughter?
I have, my lord.
Let her not walk in the sun, for conception is a blessing, but not as your daughter may conceive. Friend, look to it.
Though this be madness, yet there is method in it. Will you walk out of the air, my lord?
Into my grave.
Indeed, that is out of the air. How pregnant sometimes his replies are. Happiness, that often madness sits on, which reason and sanity could not so prosperously be delivered of. I will leave him. Presently contrive the means of meeting between him and my daughter. Ah! My honorable lord, I must most humbly take my leave of you.
You cannot, sir. Take from me anything I would more willingly part withal. Except my life. Except my life! Except my life! Ooh, ah!
Fare you well, my lord?
Oh, these tedious old fools.
You go to seek the Lord Hamlet. There he is.
God save you, sir.
My honored lord.
My most dear lord. My most excellent good friends, Rosencrantz, gentle Guildenstern, good lads, how do you both?
As the indifferent children of the earth.
Happy that we are not over happy. On fortune's cap we are not the very button.
Nor the soles of her shoe.
Neither, my lord.
Then you live about her waist, or in the middle of her favors.
Faith, her privates we.
In the most secret parts of fortune, oh, true, she is a strumpet. But, what's the news?
None, my lord, but that the world's grown honest.
Oh, then is doomsday near. But your news is not true. Let me question you more in particular. What have you, my dear friends, deserved at the hands of fortune that she sends you to prison hither?
Prison, my lord.
Denmark's a prison.
We think not so, my lord.
Why then 'tis none for you. For there is nothing either good or bad, but thinking makes it so. To me, it is a prison.
Why then your ambition makes it so. 'Tis too narrow for your mind.
Oh, God, I could be bounded in a nutshell and count myself a king of infinite space, were it not that I had bad dreams.
Which dreams indeed are ambition, for the very substance of the ambitious is merely the shadow of a dream.
A dream itself is but a shadow.
Truly, and I hold ambition of so airy and light a quality that it is but a shadow.
Then are our beggars' bodies, and our heroes and outstretched monarchs the beggars' shadows? Shall we to the court? Or by my fay I cannot reason.
We'll wait upon you.
No such matter. For I will not sort you like the rest of my servants. For, to speak to you like an honest man, I am most dreadfully attended. But, in the beaten way of friendship, what make you at Elsinore?
To visit you, my lord. No other occasion.
Beggar that I am poor in thanks, but I thank you anyway. And sure, my thanks are too dear a halfpenny. Were you not sent for? Is it your own inclining? Is it a free visitation? Come, deal justly with me. Come, come! Nay, speak.
What should we say, my lord?
Why, anything but to the purpose. You were sent for. There is a kind of confession in your looks which your modesties have not the craft enough to color. I know the good king and queen have sent for you.
To what end, my lord?
That you must teach me. But let me conjure you, by the rights of our fellowship, by the consonancy of our youth, by the obligation of our ever-preserved love, by what more dear a better proposer could charge you withal, be even and direct with me, whether you were sent for or no.
What say you?
Nay, I have an eye of you. If you love me, hold me not off.
My lord, we were sent for.
I will tell you why. So my anticipation shall prevent your discovery, and your secrecy to the king and queen moult no feather. I have of late, and wherefore I know not, lost all my mirth, forgone all custom of exercises. Indeed, it goes so heavily with my disposition that this goodly frame, the earth, seems to me a sterile promontory. This most excellent canopy, the air, look you, this brave o'erhanging firmament, this majestical roof fretted with gold and fire. Why, it appears to me no other thing than a foul and pestilent congregation of vapors. What a piece of work is a man! How noble in reason, how infinite in faculty, in form and moving, how express and admirable. In action, how like an angel, in apprehension, how like a god. The beauty of the world, the paragon of animals. And yet, to me, what is this quintessence of dust? Man delights not me. No, nor woman neither, though by your smiling you seem to say so.
My lord, there was no such stuff in my thoughts.
Why did you laugh then when I said man delights not me?
To think, my lord, if you delight not in man, what Lenten entertainment the players shall receive from you. We coted them on the way, and hither are they coming to offer you service.
What players are these?
Even those you were wont to take delight in. The tragedians of the city.
There are the players.
Gentlemen, you are welcome to Elsinore. Your hands, come then. The appurtenance of welcome is fashion and ceremony. let me comply with you in this garb, lest my extent to the players, which I tell you must show fairly outward, seem more like entertainment than yours. You are welcome. But my uncle father and my aunt mother are deceived.
In what, my dear lord?
I am but mad north-northwest. When the wind is southerly, I know a hawk from a handsaw. I prophesy he will come to tell me of the players' market. You say right, sir. Oh, Monday morning, 'twas so indeed.
My lord, I have news to tell you.
My lord, I have news to tell you. When Roscius was an actor
The actors
in
are
Rome.
come hither, my lord.
Buzz, buzz.
Upon mine honor.
Oh, Jephthah, judge of Israel, what a treasure hadst thou?
What a treasure had he, my lord.
Why, one fair daughter, and no more, the which he loved passing well.
Still on my daughter.
Am I not in the right, old Jephthah?
If you call me Jephthah, my lord, I have a daughter that I love passing well.
Oh, welcome, masters, welcome all. I am glad to see thee well. My lord, will you see the players are well used? Do you hear? Let them be well bestowed.
Come, sirs.
Follow him, friends. We'll have a play tomorrow. Dost thou hear me, old friend? Canst thou play the murder of Gonzago?
Aye, my lord.
We'll have it tomorrow night. You could, for a need, study a speech of some 12 or 16 lines, which I'll set down and insert in it, could you not?
Aye, my lord.
Very well. Follow that lord and see that you mock him not. Leave me, friends. I will leave you till night. You are welcome to Elsinore.
Good, my lord.
Aye, so, God be with ye. Now I am alone. Oh, what a rogue and peasant slave am I. I should have fatted all the region kites with this slave's offal. Bloody, bawdy villain. Remorseless, treacherous, lecherous, kindless villain! Oh, vengeance! Why, what an ass am I? This is most brave, that I, the son of a dear father murdered, prompted to my revenge by heaven and hell, must like a whore unpack my heart with words, fie upon it, fall about my brain. I have heard that guilty creatures sitting at a play have, by the very cunning of the scene, been so struck to the soul that presently they have proclaimed their malefactions. For murder, though it have no tongue, will speak with most miraculous organ. I'll have these players play something like the murder of my father before mine uncle. I'll observe his looks. I'll tempt him to the quick. If he but blench, I know my course. The spirit I have seen may be the devil, and the devil hath power to assume a pleasing shape. I'll have grounds more relative than this. The play's the thing wherein I'll catch the conscience of the king.
And you can, by no drift of circumstance, get from him while he puts on this confusion. living so harsh in all his days of quiet with turbulent and dangerous lunacy.
He does confess he feels himself distracted, but from what cause he will by no means speak.
Nor do we find him forward to be sounded, but with a crafty madness keeps aloof, when we would bring him on to some confession of his true state.
Did he receive you well?
Most like a gentleman.
But with much forcing of his disposition.
Did you essay him to any pastime?
Madam, it so fell out that certain players we o'erwrought on the way. Of these we told him, and there did seem in him a kind of joy. And as I think they have already ordered this night to play before him.
'Tis most true, and he beseeched me to entreat your majesties to hear and see the matter.
With all my heart, and it doth content me to hear him so inclined. Good gentlemen, give him a further edge, and drive his purpose on to these delights.
We shall, my lord.
Sweet Gertrude, leave us too, for we have closely sent for Hamlet hither that he, as 'twere by accident, may hear affront Ophelia. The father and myself, lawful espiles, will bestow ourselves that, seeing unseen, we may of their encounter frankly judge, and gather, from how he has behaved, if it be the affliction of his love or no that thus he suffers for.
I shall obey you, and for your part, Ophelia, I do hope that your good beauties be the happy cause of Hamlet's wildness. And so I shall hope that your virtues can bring him back to his wonted ways again, to both your honors.
Madam, I wish to beg.
Ophelia, walk you here. Gracious, so please you, we will bestow ourselves. Read on this book. I am coming. Let's withdraw, my lord.
Be or not to be? That is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles and by opposing end them. To die, to sleep no more. By a sleep we say we end the heartache and the 1,000 natural shocks that flesh is heir to. 'Tis a consummation devoutly to be wished, to die, to sleep. To sleep, perchance, to dream. Aye, there's the rub. For in that sleep of death, what dreams may come when we have shuffled off this mortal coil must give us pause. There's the respect that makes calamity of so long life. For who would bear the whips and scorns of time when he himself might his own quietus make with a bare bodkin? Who would fardels bear to grunt and sweat under a weary life, but that the fear of something after death? The undiscovered country from whose bourne no traveler returns puzzles the will, and makes us rather bear those ills we have than fly to those we know not of. Thus conscience does make cowards of us all. And in this regard their currents turn awry, lose the name of action. But soft you now, the fair Ophelia. Nymph, in thy orisons be all my sins remembered.
Good my lord, how does your honor for this many a day?
I humbly thank you. Well.
My lord, I have remembrances of yours that I have longed long to redeliver. I pray you, now receive them.
No, not I. I never gave you aught.
My honored lord, you know right well you did. And with them words so sweet, breath composed, it made the things more rich. the perfume lost, take these again. For to the noble mind, rich gifts wax poor when givers prove unkind. There, my lord.
Are you honest?
My lord.
Are you fair?
What means your lordship?
That if you be honest and fair, your honesty should admit no discourse to your beauty.
Could beauty, my lord, have better commerce than with honesty?
Aye, truly, for the power of beauty will sooner transform honesty from what it is to a bawd than the force of honesty can translate beauty to his likeness. This was sometime a paradox, but now the time gives it proof. I did love you once.
Indeed, my lord. You made me believe so.
You should not have believed me. For virtue cannot so inoculate our old stock, but that we shall still relish of it. I loved you not.
I was the more deceived.
Get thee to a nunnery. Why wouldst thou be a breeder of sinners? I am myself indifferent, honest, yet I could accuse me of such things that it were better my mother had not borne me. What should such fellows as I do, crawling between earth and heaven? We are errant knaves all, believe none of us. Go thy ways to another.
Oh, help him, you sweet heavens!
If thou dost marry, I give thee this plague for thy dowry. Be thou as chaste as ice, as pure as snow, thou shalt not scape calumny. To a nunnery go, and quickly too.
Oh, heavenly powers, restore him!
I have heard of your paintings too well enough. God has given you one face, and you make yourself another. You jig, you amble, you lisp, and you nickname God's creatures and make your wantonness your ignorance. I'll have no more on it. It hath made me mad. I say we will have no more marriages. Those who are married already, all, save one, shall live. The rest shall keep as they are. To a nunnery go.
Oh, what a noble mind is here o'erthrown. The courtiers, soldiers, scholars, eye, tongue, sword, the observed of all observers, quite down. And I, of ladies most deject and wretched, that sucked the honey of his music vows, now see that noble and most sovereign reason, like sweet bells jangle, out of tune and harsh. That unmatched form and feature of blown youth, blasted with ecstasy. Oh, woe is me. To have seen what I have seen. See what I see.
Love?
Ah!
His affections do not that way tend, nor will he speak, though it lacked form a little, was not like madness. There's something in his soul, over which his melancholy sits unbrewed, and I do doubt the hatch and the disclose will be some danger. For which to prevent, I have in quick determination thus set it down. He shall, with speed, to England!
It shall do well. But yet do I believe the origin and commencement of his grief sprung from neglected love. How now, Ophelia? You need not tell us what Lord Hamlet said. We heard it all. My lord, do as you please, but if you hold it fit, after the play, let his queen mother all alone entreat him to show his grief. Let her be round with him, and all be placed, so please you, in the ear of all that conference. If she find him not, then to England send him, or confine him to where your wisdom best shall think.
It shall be so. Madness in great ones must not unwatched go.
Speak the speech, I pray you, as I pronounced it to you, trippingly on the tongue.
I warrant your honor.
Go, make you ready. What ho, Horatio!
Here, sweet lord, at your service.
Horatio, thou art e'en as just a man as e'er my conversation coped withal.
Oh, my dear lord.
Nay, do not think I flatter. For ever since my dear soul was mistress of her choice, and could of men distinguish, her election hath sealed thee for herself. Give me the man who is not passion's slave, and I will keep him in my heart's core, aye, my heart of hearts, as I do thee. But something too much of this. There is a play tonight before the king. A scene of it comes near the circumstance I have told you of my father's death. When thou seest that act afoot, I prithee with the very comment of thy soul, observe mine uncle. If his occulted guilt does not unkennel itself in one scene, then it is a damned ghost we have seen, and my imaginations are as foul as Vulcan's stiddy. Give him heedful note, for I mine eyes will rivet to his face, and after we will both our judgments join in censure of his seeming.
Well, my lord, if they steal out the whilst this play is playing and escape detecting, I will pay the theft.
They are coming to the play. Go get you a place. I must be idle.
How fares our cousin Hamlet?
Excellent well. Oh, the chameleon's dish. I eat the air. Promise cremed. You cannot feed capons so.
I have nothing with this answer, Hamlet. These words are not mine.
No, nor mine now.
Come hither, my dear Hamlet. Sit by me.
No, good mother. For here's metal more attractive.
Oh ho! Do you mock that?
Lady, shall I lie in your lap?
No, my lord.
I mean my head upon your lap.
I, my lord.
Do you think I meant country matters?
I think nothing, my lord.
It's a fair thought to lie between maids' legs.
What is, my lord?
Nothing.
You are married, my lord.
Who? I?
I, my lord.
Oh God, your only jig maker! What else should a man do but be merry? For look you how cheerfully my mother looks, and my father having died within these 2 hours.
Nay, 'tis twice 2 months, my lord.
So long. Why then let the devil wear black, for I'll have a suit of sables. Oh God, dead 2 months and not forgotten yet. Why then there's hope. A great man's memory may outlive his life by half a year.
You are not. You are not. All mark the play.
For us and for our tragedy, here stooping to your clemency, we beg your hearing patiently.
Is this the prologue or a posy of a ring?
'Tis brief, my lord.
It's a woman's love.
Full 30 times hath Phoebus' card gone round, Neptune's salt wash and Tellus orbed ground, and 30 dozen moons with borrowed sheen. Around the world have times 1230s been. Since love our hearts and Hymen did our hands, unite commutual in most sacred bands.
So many journeys may the sun and moon make us again count o'er ere love be done. But woe is me, you are so sick of late, so far from cheer and from your former state that I distrust you. Yet, though I distrust, discomfort you, my lord, it nothing must. For what my love is, proof hath made you know. And as my love is sized, my fear is so. Where love is great, the littlest doubts are fear. Where little fears grow great, great love grows there.
Faith, I must leave thee, love, and shortly too. My operant powers their functions leave to do, and thou shalt stay in this fair world behind. Honored, beloved, and happily one as kind for husband.
Oh, confound the rest! Such love must need be treason in my breast. In second husband let me be accursed. None wed the second, but who killed the first.
Wormwood, wormwood!
A second time I kill my husband dead, when second husband kisses me in bed. Both here and hence pursue me lasting strife, if, once a widow, ever I be a wife.
She should break it now.
'Tis deeply sworn. Sweet, leave me here a while. My spirits grow dull, and fain I must beguile the tedious day with sleep.
Sleep rocks I bring, and never come as chance between us twain.
Madam, how like you this play?
Lady, protest too much, methinks.
Oh, but she'll keep her word.
Have you heard the argument? Is there offense in it?
No, they but jest. They poison in jest. No offense in the world.
What do you call this play?
The mousetrap. Here is one Lucianus, nephew to the king.
You are as good as a chorus, my lord.
Interpret between you and your loves, if I could see the puppets dallying.
You are keen, my lord, you are keen.
Cost you a groaning to take off my edge.
Still better. And worse.
So you must take your husband. But come, murderer, begin. Pox, leave thy damnable face and begin. Come, the croaking raven doth bellow for revenge.
Thoughts black, hands apt, drugs fit, and time green. Confederate season, else no creature seen. Thou mixture rank with midnight weeds collected, with thy gates band thrice blasted, thrice infected. Thy natural property and dire magic, unwholesome life usurp immediately.
He poisons him in the garden for his estate. The play, his name's Gonzago. The play is extant and writ in choice Italian. And you shall see anon how the murderer shall get the love of Gonzago's wife.
The king rises.
What, frighted with false fire?
How fares my lord?
Give over the play.
Give me some light. Away!
Lights! 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 Lights!
We'll now be having a 15-minute intermission. Thank you.
I really enjoyed it.
There's like one or two scenes like
We did a Hamlet.
we do like themes, so it's like post-apocalyptic. It's the script is like actually get
Oh yeah, then we just like go through the doors. Yeah, that was Oh yeah.
I will buy ice cream.
Very college, Rick. I think so.
Like I was saying earlier, like it's.
You would not say you would not.
Yeah.
I just said I would not.
Christianity, I watch kissing.
No premarital.
We gotta figure out what to do.
No, but I've seen it many times. Where they do like.
I'm not in yet.
I haven't seen
It's work.
the freeze. The freeze. Played
How are you doing, Fatima?
Great, how are you?
Station.
Oh, good. I'm glad the semester is continuing. Yeah. What class are you
But it was like Shakespeare.
Yeah, he is, because he didn't teach me back after I teach him.
You're taking what? I'm taking
And they did like Shakespeare with the Gonzaga part. Where
Business of the
like,
business?
it's-
Oh, you are?
Yeah,
Okay.
like to show
Is that the class with the idea? It was like, I don't know, I just kind of signed up for it on a whim. It was like a course on like developing like student like ideas into like final products. I don't know. Is that a gen ed course? It's not a gen ed course, but I think it's like an ed. Okay. And I'm really bad at deciding my own campus. Sure, no worries. But I'm doing my first other 9 next semester. Okay. Which show? I'm doing, all right. I'm fine with the liaison for that. I guess you don't know yet what you're doing. As long as you're working backstage, but I don't know like how to do the work. Great, that's good to get it done now, so you don't have to scramble once you're a senior. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and I'm not sure like what I'm gonna do like acting wise next semester. I might want to do Shakespeare again, or I don't know. I do want to apply for EPS again, but I'm like kind of worried. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's your process has been very extensive, more than some of the other applications. But I also think that you've taken advantage of all of the perks of like having a professional CPS show in a way that some other students
Or no, then it was Thursday.
and they end up scrambling at the end.
Sundown.
And it comes together in a way
Tonight's the third.
that you have missed opportunities. So, because you've taken it so seriously, it's been almost like a main stage show, you know, it's gonna be something really, really special. Yeah. Yeah. So good. Yeah. Just saying, it sounds so
Good Shakespeare is like, it's so hard to read.
like I couldn't distinguish between like what was real and what wasn't. And some people would buy me like
You need to watch it.
Yeah.
She's in it. You're not supposed to read plays.
So yeah, you're a stage manager.
I didn't realize. I didn't recognize it.
Makes sense. Oh, you're stage manager too? I thought you were stage manager. But you're both.
It's because in Sam's class, he assigned me to for like a project, not knowing what I was going to do.
Alright,
It kind
that
of
worked out.
worked out. Yeah.
It's so good.
I'm grateful because you're so amazing at sound design. Oh my gosh, you should see her. Adam design for the scene where Montana traits the baby. It is so freaky and so sad.
The baby crying is the same effect that I use.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Oh really? Oh my gosh,
No,
baby
this semester has been killing
Should just have a baby somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm reminded
An essay, final projects, like finals.
I have 2 final projects that I haven't even started yet. One is due on Thursday, one is due on the 19th. 2 finals. I have 1 final project due tonight that's turned in. A paper due Monday. That's almost done.
That's good. For you too.
Yeah.
Because I'm like,
Good
you
times.
professional.
And I can't do anything today between this and the
My
commitment
role
tonight
is
from
like
6
more
to like
supervisory.
I get all of the notes that I have sent to you from other people.
You got this when you were in North Carolina. I don't remember.
No.
I saw pictures of you trying to get your back.
That's
You're
pretty
not wearing gloves.
Oh, I did hear that.
Okay,
Yeah, I
that
did
was
hear
my
this
note.
one.
I was like, I know Adam. Why are there no gloves?
I got this.
Yeah.
We have sculpts for 2.5 heads.
dying beforehand, you know, it's you're not like you're gonna be dying anymore after you go.
Ooh, that's great. It needs to be sanded and painted, but that's finally.
Liam's having you right? That's so exciting.
I have a picture somewhere of me wearing.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, so is it like life size or is it just the mask?
It's like
You know,
it's like a
That's so cool.
Here's say Shakespeare.
you know, some might say it's rocket science.
Yeah.
Big warrior man.
Oh, is that Preston's?
Yeah.
That's sick. That's so sick. It's giving like Canadian a little bit. I'm really into it.
Only half of his face is done. What are you doing? So I have a bunch of styrofoam heads lying around my house.
That's one does.
Yeah. So I took those and I sculpted like on top of those. Yeah, and then I'm using air dry foam clay, so like it has like a very like soft, like foamy finish, and it's so frustrating, but I'm getting the hang of it. Yeah, because I'm not used to air dry stuff. I used to like play that's moldable like infinitely and then you bake it, but now I have to like work against the clock.
How fast does it
To completely dry, it pretty much takes about overnight, but it'll dry like gradually throughout the process. So I just have to make sure like everything is, and there's like no information online about it, which is like
Oh, that's so fun.
It's awesome. But yeah, I can find a picture of the prototype real quickly.
How are you enjoying the show?
Now I'm gonna have nightmares about a guy wearing a gas mask.
I know.
It's like a big
His physicality is just like, and he also plays Gravedigger.
He plays it.
Yeah.
That's very.
It's really great.
It's completely
It's a
different.
180. Yeah.
Like it's a that's part of why I'm so because one of the people that's
So are those
is like worried about the cost of it, which is valid.
So will the
So like
be in all
I'm gonna be
yeah, most likely. I do kind of want them to wear or like have their hair or do something to kind of in reference to Victor. Like for Gracie, I kind of want her to be in buns because Cyclone's hair is gonna be in buns. So like I don't know, I think that'd be cute.
Game day sucks.
Yeah.
As long as it makes sense and it's cohesive with everybody.
Yeah.
Yes.
So right now, like we have to make edits, obviously. This is sort of like the first.
You got no tickets or anything.
And then
The bus is
I had to make sure I could move my legs.
Yeah. So where was the rope that you had mentioned in?
So if you look closely, it kind of runs in my skin in this picture, but there's like
It like wraps around you.
yeah, and currently the way Liam has it is that it's just manually tied to the shoulder piece, and so it's adjustable. So you can bring it closer or farther.
So it's not gonna like pull anybody.
No, it's very light. The torso is very light.
can't spend the
It's not
money
gonna
on
like
a
strain
really
the neck.
expensive
My only concern is that the material itself is yeah. Yeah. And so that was kind of uncomfortable after a while. But like you said, as long as we put like something over it.
I think just looking for.
Yeah, I think that would be because the strength is really good. Like it's really good strength. Like you said, straining the neck. It's really like. Whatever. He's in the zone right now.
I know. My favorite is the soda tab armor. That's how yeah. So like all the stuff like put like the touches and yeah, like some of them have there, some have like crushed cans like there.
There was something that was like similar.
Liam has the cans like up here. And Tommy's has. I'm gonna go run back to my seat.
Hand on his shoulder. I don't feel like regret to be this, but I kind of interpret it as like kind of hands like guiding him.
It also
Going. That sounds rough.
yeah.
So it was alright. Not bad.
You know, doubling your
As long as you have a good class. Joke stays.
Lot of.
Yeah.
What's the worst day you've had? Yeah, fun stories.
I called it lip.
Oh, that's fun. That's very fun.
Yeah. That's the worst type though.
I just like remind myself I'm the adult.
Yeah.
So many things you can say about this conversation.
With a child.
I can't think of it right now. Wonderful.
Neither of us are okay.
Me? I'm getting surgery. Yeah, you did biopsy, right? They're doing a tibia to your and
Oh, I thought you said poisture guitar. I was like,
you know
what does that
is?
mean?
Yeah, they like cut through my knee and then they break it down and then it's yeah, and they get a full anesthesia. Thank you. It's 6 weeks on crutches and then 3 to 4 months starting, well, both. Yeah, so I'm getting it like right at the beginning of break. I'm getting it on the 21st. And then 5 of the weeks to be at home and then 1 week on crutches. And I've got the bit on
She's in the other one, and her 2 characters were like acrobats, and they're reciting a line from Hamlet's.
Yep. Good time.
And I was listening to that.
Yeah. I only have 1 still for 1 week.
Why did you so the classes were so much like earlier to do that. So when I was hearing it now, it was weird, like
But yeah, so it should be really weird. Because I have 6 weeks of school.
Yeah, it's kind of cool to have it.
Yeah. It's the best time for me to get surgery. It's like right at the end of the break, and then I'm pretty much good to go for the rest I mean, I only have Tuesday, Thursday classes, so it's only 2 days.
It's really a rough time.
4-day weekend. Trip. No. I'm trying to figure out if we can road trip to shoot that real.
Yeah, like a free side.
So I can get tickets to, there's a concert there, and my friend has a I don't
don't know if you know our part. Yeah.
I remember.
My mom knows somebody in the band, so we can get like backstage tickets.
Why, let the stricken deer go weep the heart ungalled play, for some must watch, while some must sleep, so runs the world away. Good Horatio, I'll take the ghost's word for 1,000 pounds. Didst thou perceive?
Very well, my lord.
Upon the talk of the poisoning?
I did very well note him.
Why, come some music. Come, some recorders. For, if the king likes not the comedy, why then, belike, he likes it not, Purdy. Come, some music.
Good my lord, vouchsafe me a word with you.
Sir, a whole history.
The king, sir.
What of him?
Is in his retirement marvelous distempered.
With drink?
No, my lord, rather with choler. The queen, your mother, in most great affliction of spirit, hath sent me to you.
You are welcome.
Nay, good my lord, this courtesy is not of the right breed. If it shall please you to make me a wholesome answer, I will do your mother's commandment. If not, your pardon in my return shall be the end of my business.
Sir, I cannot.
What, my lord?
Make you a wholesome answer, my wit's disease. But to the matter, my mother, you say?
Then thus she says, your behavior hath struck her into amazement and admiration.
Oh, most wonderful son, who can so astonish a mother. But is there no sequel on the heels of this mother's admiration in part?
She desires to speak with you in her closet, ere you go to bed.
So we shall, were she 10 times our mother. Have you any further trade with us?
My lord, you once did love me.
So I do still by these pickers and stealers.
Good my lord, what is the cause of your distemper? You do, surely, bar the door upon your own liberty if you deny your griefs to a friend.
Sir, I lack advancement.
How can that be when you have the voice of the king himself for your succession in Denmark?
Look, here are the recorders. Let me see.
Oh, my lord, if my duty be too bold, my love is too unmannerly.
Will you play upon this pipe?
Believe me, I cannot.
I do beseech you.
I know no touch of it, my lord.
Why? 'Tis easy as lying. Govern these vintages with your fingers and thumb. Give it breath with your mouth, and it will discourse most eloquent music. Look you, here are the stops.
But these can I command to any utterance of harmony. I know not the skill.
Why, look you now, how unworthy of a thing you make of me. You would play upon me. You seem to know my stops. You would pluck the heart out of my mystery and sound me from my lowest note to the top of my compass. There is much music, such excellent voice in this little organ, yet cannot you make it speak? Blood, do you think I am easier to be played upon than a pipe? Call me what instrument you will, though you fret upon me, you cannot play upon me. God bless you, sir.
My lord, the Queen would... The Queen would... The Queen would speak with you, and presently!
Then I will come to my mother by and by, and pull me to the top of my bent. I will come by and by.
I will say so.
By and by is easily said. Leave me, friends. 'Tis now the very witching time of night, when churchyards yawn and hell itself breathes out contagion to this world. Now I could drink hot blood and do such bitter business as the day would quake to look on. Soft. Now to my mother, and how in my words soe'er she be shent, to give them seals never my soul consent.
I like him not, nor stands it safe thus let his madness range, therefore prepare you. I your commission will forthwith dispatch, and he to England shall along with you. The terms of our estate may not endure hazards so dangerous as to hourly grow out of his lunacies. We will haste us.
My lord, he's going to his mother's closet. Behind the arras, I'll convey myself to hear the process. Fare you well, my liege. I'll call upon you ere you go to bed and tell you what I know.
Thanks, dear my lord. Oh, my offense is rank. It smells to heaven. Hath the primal eldest curse upon it. A brother's murder. Pray, can I not? Though inclination be as sharp as will, I stand and pause where first I shall begin, and both neglect. What if this hand were thicker than itself with brother's blood? Is there not rain enough in the sweet heavens to wash it white as snow? Now I look up, my offense is past. But oh, what form of prayer can serve my turn? Forgive me my foul murder? That cannot be, as I am still possessed of those effects for which I did the murder. My crown, mine own ambition. My queen. Can one be pardoned or retain the offense? Oh, wretched state! Oh, bosom black as death! Oh, limed soul that's struggling to be free, art more engaged! Help, angels, make essay! Bow, stubborn knees, and heart with strings as strong as steel. Be soft as the newborn babe. All may be well.
Now I might do it, Pat. Now he is praying, and now I'll do it. And so he goes to heaven, and so am I revenged. That would be scanned. A villain kills my father, and I, his sole son, for that do this same villain send to heaven. Oh, this is hire and salary, not revenge. He took my father grossly, full of bread, his crimes broad blown, and where his audit stands, who knows save heaven? but in our circumstance and course of thought, 'tis heavy with him. And am I thus revenged to take him in the purging of his soul when he is fit and seasoned for his passage? No. Up, sword, and know thou a more horrid hent. When he is drunk, asleep, or in his rage, or in the incestuous pleasure of his bed, at gaming, swearing, or about some act with no relish of salvation in it, then trip him, that his heels may kick at heaven, and his soul be as damned and black as hell whereto it goes. My mother stays. This physic but prolongs thy sickly days.
My words fly up. My thoughts remain below. Words without thoughts never to heaven go.
Come straight. Look you, lay home to him. Pray, be around with him.
Mother, mother, mother! Warrant you fear me not, withdraw. I hear him coming.
How now, mother, what's the matter?
Hamlet, thou hast thy father much offended.
Mother, you have my father much offended.
Come, come, you answer with an idle tongue.
Go, go, you question with a wicked tongue.
How now, Hamlet?
What's the matter now?
Have you forgot me?
No, by the rude, no, you are the queen. You are your husband's brother's wife, and would it not so, you are my mother.
Nay, then I'll set those two that can speak.
Nay, come, come, sit you down, you shall not budge. You go not till I set you up a glass where you may see the inmost part of you.
How wilt thou do? Thou wilt not murder me? Help! Help, ho!
What? Ho!
How now?
Help!
A rat! Dead for a ducat! Dead!
Oh! I am slain. Oh me,
what hast thou done?
Nay, I know not. Is it the king?
Bloody deed is this?
A bloody deed. Almost as bad, good mother, as kill a king and marry with his brother.
As kill a king.
Ah, lady, 'twas my word. A wretched, rash, intruding fool. Farewell. I took thee for thy better. Sit you down, peace, and let me wring your heart, if it be made of penetrable stuff.
What have I done that thou darest wag thy tongue in noise so rude against me?
Such a deed as from the body of contraction plucks the very soul. From sweet religion makes a rhapsody of words. Heaven's face doth glow. Yea, the solidity and compound mass with tristful visage as against the doom is thought sick at the act.
Ay me, what act that roars so loud and thunders in the index?
Look you upon this picture, and on this. the counterfeit presentment of two brothers. Look you here, what a grace was seated on this brow. Hyperion's curls, the front of Jove himself, a combination and form indeed, where every god did seem to set a seal to give the world assurance of a man. This was your husband. Look you now what follows. Here is your husband, like a mildewed ear blasting his wholesome brother. Have you eyes? You cannot call it love. For at your age, the heyday in the blood is tame, it's humble, and waits upon the judgment. And what judgment would step from this to this?
Speak no more! These words turn my eyes into my very soul, and there I see such black and grained spots as will not leave their taint.
Nay, but to live in the rank sweat of an enseamed bed, stewed in corruption, honeying and making love o'er the nasty
Speak
side.
no more! These words like daggers in my ears. No more, sweet Hamlet!
A king of shreds and patch! You save me and hover o'er me with your wings, you heavenly guards. What would your gracious figure?
Alas, he's mad.
Do you not come your tardy son to chide that lapsed in time and passion lets go by the important acting of your dread command? Oh, say!
Do not forget, this visitation is but to whet thy almost blunted purpose. Look, amazement on thy mother sits. Stand between her and her fighting soul. Speak to her, Hamlet.
How is't with you, lady?
Alas, how is with you that you do bend your eye on vacancy with the incorporeal heir to hold discourse?
On him! Look you how pale he glares! His form and cause conjoined, preaching to stones would make them capable. Do not look upon me. Lest with this piteous action you convert my stern effect, and what I have to do will want true color. Tears, perchance, for blood.
To whom do you speak this?
Do you see nothing there?
Nothing at all, yet all that is I see.
Nor did you hear nothing neither.
No, nothing but ourselves.
Look you, how it steals away. My father in his habit as he lived. Look you, how it goes out the portal.
This is the very coinage of your brain. This bodiless creation ecstasy is very cunning in.
My pulse, as yours, doth temperately keep time and makes as healthful music. It is not madness that I have uttered. Confess yourself to heaven. Repent what's past, avoid what is to come, and do not spread compost on the weeds to make them ranker.
Oh, Hamlet, thou hast got my mind.
Oh, throw away the worser part of it and live the pure with the other half. Good night, mother. But go not to mine uncle's bed. Assume a virtue if you have it not. And when you are desirous to be blessed, I'll blessing beg of you. For this same Lord, I do repent. Though heaven hath pleased it so to punish me with this with me. I must be cruel only to be kind. Thus bad begins, but worse leaves behind. One word more, good mother.
What shall I do?
Not this, by no means that I bid you do. Let the bloat king tempt you again to his bed, call you his mouse, pinch wanton in your cheek, and let him for a pair of reechy kisses make you ravel all this matter out. That I am essentially not in madness.
Be thou assured, if words be made of breath and breath of life, I have no life to breathe what thou hast said.
I must to England. You know this?
Alack, I forgot. 'Tis concluded on.
There's letters sealed. And my 2 schoolfellows, whom I will trust as I will adders fanged, they bear the mandate. They must sweep my way and marshal me to knavery. Let it work. For 'tis sport to have the engineer hoist by his own petard, and shall go hard. Mother, good night. Indeed, this counselor is now most still, most secret, and most grave, who was in life a foolish, prating knave. Come, sir, to draw towards an end with you. Good night, mother.
Here tonight.
What, Gertrude? How does Hamlet?
As mad as the sea and sky would both contest which is the mightier. In his lawless fit, hearing something stir behind the arras, pulls out his rapier and cries, "A rat! A rat!" and in his brandish apprehension kills the unseen good old man.
Oh, heavy deed. Evan, so with us had we been there. His liberty is full of threats to all, to you yourself, to us, to everyone. How shall this be answered? Where is he gone?
To draw apart the body he hath killed. For whom his very madness, like some ore among a mineral of metal bases, do show itself pure, he weeps for what is done.
Gertrude, come away. The sun no sooner shall the mountains touch, but we will ship him hence. Ho, Guildenstern! Hamlet in madness hath Polonius slain. Go seek him out, speak fair, and bring the body to the chapel. I pray you, haste. Come away. The soul is full of discord and dismay.
Safely stowed.
Hamlet! Lord Hamlet!
Who calls on Hamlet? What noise is this? Oh, here they come.
What have you done, my lord, with the dead body?
Compounded it with dust, whereto 'tis kin.
My lord, you must tell us where the body is, and go with us to the king.
The king is with the body. The body is not with the king. The king is a thing.
A thing? My lord?
Of nothing. Bring me to him. Hide, fox, and I'll after.
How now, what news?
Where the body is bestowed, my lord, we cannot get from him.
But where is he?
Without, my lord, guarded, to know your pleasure.
Bring him before us. Ho, Guildenstern! Bring out my lord. Now, Hamlet, where is Polonius?
At supper.
At supper, where?
Not where he eats, but where he is eaten. A certain convocation of politic worms is even at him.
Alas, alas.
A man may fish with a worm that hath fed of a king, and a man may eat of that fish that hath fed of that worm.
What dost thou mean by this?
Nothing but to show how a king may progress through the guts of a beggar.
Where is Polonius?
In heaven. Send hither to see. If your messenger find him not there, seek him in the other place yourself. But indeed, if you find him not within the month, you will nose him as you go up the stairs into the lobby.
Go seek him out.
He will stay till you come.
Hamlet, this deed, for thine especial safety, which we do tender, as we grieve for that which thou hast done, must ship thee hence, for England.
For England?
Aye, Hamlet.
Good.
So it is. Thou knewest our purposes.
I know a cherub that sees them. But come, for England! Farewell, good mother.
Thy loving father, Hamlet.
My mother. Father and mother is man and wife is one flesh. So my mother. Come! For England!
Follow him at foot. Tempt him with speed abroad. Delay it not. I'll have him hence tonight. Away. For everything else is sealed and done that leans on the affair. I pray you, make haste. Like the hat-tick in my blood he rages. And thou must cure me, till I know 'tis done. Or my haps, my joys were never begun.
Twere good she were spoken with, for she may strew dangerous conjectures on ill-breeding minds.
Let her come in. Oh, to my sick soul, as sin's true nature is, each new toy seems prologue to some great amiss. So full of artless jealousy as guilt, it spills itself in fearing to be spilt.
Where is the beauteous majesty of Denmark?
How now, Ophelia?
He is dead and gone, lady, he is dead and gone. At his head a grass-green turf, at his heels a stone.
Nay, but Ophelia.
Pray you, mark, white his shroud is the mountain snow, larded with sweet flowers, which
lack
belong
my
to the great
dear,
hero, with true love showers.
How do you, pretty lady?
Well, God ill to you. They say the owl was a baker's daughter. Lord, we know what we are, but know not what we may be. God be at your table.
Conceit upon her father.
Pray you, let's have no words of this. But when they ask you what it means, say you this. Tomorrow is St. Valentine's Day, all in the morning betime, and I have made it your window to be your Valentine. Then up he rose, and on his clothes, and up to the chamber door, let in the maid that our maid never departed more.
Pretty Ophelia, how long hath she been thus?
I hope all will be well. We must be patient. But I cannot choose but weep. To think they should lay him in the cold ground. My brother shall know of it. And so, I thank you for your good counsel. Oh, come my coach. Good night, ladies. Good night, sweet ladies. Good night. Good night.
I pray you give her good watch. Follow her. This is the poison of deep grief. It stems all from her father's death. Oh, Gertrude, when sorrows come, they come not spies, but whole battalions. First her father slain, next your son gone, and he most violent hour of his own just remove. The people muddied, thick and unwholesome in their thoughts and whispers for good Polonius' death. And we have done but greenly in hugger-mugger to inter him. Poor Ophelia, divided from her judgment and her fair self. Now the which we are pictures, or mere beasts. Last, as much containing as all this, her brothers in secret come home from France, feeds on his wonder, keeps himself in clouds, and wants not buzzards to infect his ear with the pestilent speeches of his father's death. Were in necessity, a matter beggared, still nothing will stick our person to arraign in ear. Oh, Gertrude, this, like a murdering peace, in many places gives me superfluous death.
Alack, what noise is this?
Where are my Switzers? Let them guard the door! What's the matter?
Save yourself, my lord. The ocean, overpeering of his lists, eats not the flats with more impetuous haste than that of young Laertes, and aride his head. The rabble call him lord. Overbear your officers. They cry, choose we. Laertes shall be king. Caps, hands, and tongues applauded to the clouds. Laertes shall be king. Laertes king!
How cheerfully on the false trail they cry, you false Danish dogs!
The doors are broke!
Come on.
Coward!
Where is this king? The king.
Sirs, stand you without.
We will.
Oh, thou vile king! Lord, give me my father!
Call me good Laertes!
That drop of blood this calm proclaims me bastard! Cries cuckold to my father, friends the harlot. Even here, between the chaste, unbesmirched brow of my true mother.
What is the cause, Laertes, that thy rebellion should look so giant-like? Let him go, Gertrude. Tell me, Laertes, why art thou so incensed? Let him go, Gertrude. Speak, man.
Where is my father?
Dead.
But not by him.
Let him demand his fill. Laertes, if you wish to know the certainty of your dear father's death, is it written your revenge that swoopstake you will draw both friend and foe, winner and loser?
None but his enemies.
Will you know them then?
To his good friends, thus wide all up my arms.
Why now you speak like a good child and a true gentleman. That I'm guiltless in your father's death and most sensible in grief for it.
How now, what noise is this? Oh, he. Burn out the senses in virtue of mine eyes. Dear maid, kind sister sweet, Ophelia. Oh, heavens, if possible, that a young maid's voice should be as mortal as an old man's life.
They bore him barefaced on the bier. Hey, naughty, naughty. Hey, naughty. And in his grave rang many a tear. Fare you well, my dove.
Hadst thou thy wits, and didst persuade revenge, it could not move thus.
There's rosemary. That's for remembrance. Pray, love, remember. And there's pansies. That's for thoughts.
The document in madness, thoughts in remembrance is lifted.
There's fennel for you. And columbines. There's rue for you. And here's some for me. We may call it Herb Grace's Sundays. Oh, you must wear your rue with a difference. There's a daisy. I would give you some violets, but They withered all when my father died. They say he made a good end. For bonny sweet Robin is all my joy.
Thought and affliction, passion, hell itself. She turns to favor into prettiness.
And will he not come again? And will he not come again? No, no, he is dead. Go to thy deathbed. He never will come again. His beard is as white as snow. All flaxen was his poll. He is gone, and we castaway moan. God have mercy on his soul. And of all Christian souls, I pray God. God be with ye.
Do you see this? Oh God!
Laertes, I must commune with your grief or you deny me right. Go but apart. Make choice of those whom your wisest friends you will. Let them hear and judge twixt you and me. If by direct or collateral hand they find us touched, then we will our kingdom give, our crown, our life, all that we can ours to you in satisfaction. But if not, be you content to lend your patience to us. We shall jointly labor with your soul to give it its due content.
Let this be so. His means of death, his obscure funeral, cry to be heard. It's clear from heaven to earth that I must call it into question.
So you shall. And where the offense is, let the great axe fall. Come, go with me.
What are they that would speak with me?
Sailors, sir. They say they have letters for you.
Let them come in. I know not from what part of the world I should be greeted, if not by Lord Hamlet.
God bless you, sir.
Let him bless you too.
He shall, sir, and it please him. I have a letter for you. It comes from the ambassador bound for England. If your name be Horatio, as I am led to know it is.
Horatio, when thou shalt have overlooked this, give these fellows some means to the king. They have letters for him. Ere we were 2 days old at sea, a pirate of very warlike appointment gave us chase. Finding ourselves too slow of sail, we put on a compelled valor, and in the grapple I boarded them. On the instant they got clear of the ship, so I alone became their prisoner. They have dealt with me like thieves of mercy, but they know what they did. I am to do a good turn for them. Let the king have the letters I have sent, and repair thou to me with as much speed as thou wouldst fly dead. I have words to speak in thine ear that will make thee dumb, yet are they much too light for the bore of the matter. These good fellows will bring thee where I am. He that thou knowest thine, Hamlet. Come, I will make you way for these your letters, and do it the speedier, that you may take me to him from whom you brought them.
Now must your conscience my acquaintance seal. You must put me in heart for friend. Sith you have heard, and with knowing ear, that he which thy noble father slain pursued my life.
So I have a noble father lost, and a sister driven into desperate terms, whose worth, if praise may go back again, stood challenger on mount of all the age for her perfections. But my revenge will come.
I loved your father, and we love ourselves. And that, I hope, will teach you to imagine. How now? What news?
Letters, my lord. Hamlet, this to your majesty, this to the queen.
Laertes, you shall hear them. Leave us. High and mighty, you shall know I am set naked on your kingdom. Tomorrow shall I beg leave to see your kingly eyes, when I shall, first asking your pardon thereunto, recount the occasion of my sudden and more strange return. Hamlet. What should this be? Are all the rest come back, or is this some abuse and no such thing?
Oh, I am lost in it, my lord, but let him come. It warms the very sickness in my heart that I shall live to tell him to his teeth. Thus didst thou.
If it be so, Laertes, and how should it be so? How otherwise will you be ruled by me?
Aye, my lord. So you will not rule me to peace.
Hamlet is returned. What would you undertake to prove yourself your father's son in deed more than in words?
To cut his throat in the church?
No place indeed should murder sanctuarize. Revenge should know no bounds. But, good Laertes, will you do this? Keep close within your chamber. Hamlet return shall know you are come home. Put on those that shall praise your excellence. Put wagers on your heads. Ye, being remiss, generous, and free from all contriving, will not peruse the foils, that with ease, or with a little shuffling, you may choose a sword unbaited, and in passive practice requite him of your father.
Oh, I will do it, my lord. For that purpose I'll anoint my sword. I bought an unction of a mountebank so mortal, that but dip a knife in it where it draws blood, no cataplasm so rare, collected from all simples that have virtue under the moon, can save that thing from death that is but scratched withal. I'll touch my point with this contagion, such that if I gall him slightly, it may mean death.
Let's further think of this. I'll place a solemn wager on your cunnings. I have it. When in your motion you are hot and dry, as making your bouts more violent to that end, and he calls for drink, I'll prepare him a chalice for the nonce, that, but sipping, if he by chance escaped your venom stuck, our purpose may hold there. How now, sweet queen?
One woe doth tread upon another's heel. How fast they follow. Your sister's drowned, Laertes.
Drowned? Where?
There sits a willow, grows aslant a brook, who shows his hoar leaves in the glassy stream. There with fantastic garlands did she come of crow flowers, nettles, daisies, and long purples. There on the pendant boughs her cornet weeds, clamoring to hang, an envious sliver broke, where down her weedy trophies and herself fell into the weeping brook. Her clothes spread out wide, and mermaid-like, a while they bore her up, during which time she chanted snatches of old tunes as one incapable of her own distress, or like a creature native and endued unto that element. But long it could not be till that her garments, heavy with their drink, pulled the poor wretch from her melodious lay to muddy death.
Drowned. She is drowned, then.
Drowned. Drowned.
Oh, too much of water hast thou, Ophelia. So I forbid my tears. My lord, I have a speech of fire that fain would blaze, but that this folly doubts it.
How much I had to do to calm his rage. I'm sure this will get it started again. Therefore, let's follow.
In youth, when I did love, methought it was very sweet to contract for the time for my behoof. Methought there was nothing in it.
Has this fellow no feeling in his business, that he sings at grave making?
Custom hath made it in him a property of business.
Even so, the hand of little employment hath the daintier sense. I will speak to this fellow. Whose grave's this, sirrah?
Mine, sir.
I think it do be thine indeed, for thou liest in it.
Well, thou lie out on it. It is not yours. For my part, it is not mine, yet I do not lie in it.
It do be thine, to be in it, and say it is thine. 'Tis for the dead, not the quick. Therefore thou liest.
As is a quick lie, sir, 'twill away again from me to you.
What man is to be buried in it?
Oh, no man, sir.
What woman, then?
Oh, none neither.
Who is to be buried in it?
One that once was a woman, sir, but rest her soul. She's dead!
How absolute the knave is, we must speak by the card, or equivocation will undo us. How long hast thou been a grave maker?
Since the day that young Hamlet was born. He got us mad and sent to England.
Aye, married. Why was he sent into England?
Why, because he was mad. He shall recover his wits there. Or, if not, 'tis no great matter there.
Why?
Why, 'twill not be seen in him there, for there the men are as mad as he.
How came he mad?
Oh, very strangely, they say.
How strangely?
Faith, losing his wits.
Upon what ground?
Why, here in Denmark.
How long will a man lie in the earth ere he rot?
In faith, if he be not rot before he dies, as we have many pocket corpses nowadays, thou scarce the way laying in. It will last you some good 8 year, 9 year. Ah, here's a skull now. This skull hath lain in the earth 23 years.
Whose was it?
Horse son, mad fellows it was. Whose do you think it was?
Nay, I know not.
Bestillings on him for a mad rogue. I put a flag and a reddish on my head once. This skull, sir, was that of York, the king's jester.
This?
Even that.
Let me see. Alas, poor Yorick. I knew him, Horatio. A fellow of infinite jest, of most excellent fancy. Where be your jibes now? Your songs, your gambols, your flashes of merriment that were wont to set the table on a roar. Not one now to mock your own grinning. Quite chap fallen. I prithee, Horatio, tell me one thing.
What's that, my lord?
Do you think Alexander looked of this fashion in the earth?
Even so.
And smelt so.
Even so, my lord.
Imperious Caesar, dead and turned to clay, might stop a hole to keep the wind away. Oh, that earth was once kept the world in awe, might patch a wall to expel a winter flaw. Soft, soft aside. Here comes the king, the queen, courtiers, and who is it they follow? Such maimed rites. This doth betoken the corpse they follow did with a desperate hand fordo its own life. Couch we a while and mark.
I am a poor, wayfaring stranger. I'm wandering through this world of woe. There is no sickness, no toil, no danger in that bright land to which I go. Is there no more to be done?
No more be done. We should profane the service of the dead to sing a requiem and such rest to her as to peace-parted souls.
Lay her in the earth then.
and from her fair and unpolluted flesh may violets spring. I tell you, churlish priest, a ministering angel shall my sister be, while thou liest howling.
What? The fair Ophelia.
Sweets to the sweet. Farewell. I thought thou shouldst have been my Hamlet's wife. I thought thy bride meant to have decked sweet maid, not to have strewed thy grave.
Treble, woe! Fall 10 times treble on that cursed head whose most wicked deed thy ingenious sense deprived thee of. Hold on the earth a while, till I have caught her once more in mine arms.
What is he whose grief bears such emphasis? Whose phrase of sorrow conjures the wandering stars and makes them stand like wonder-wounded hearers?
Devil, take thy soul!
Thou prayest not well! I really take thy hand from my throat! But I am not splendid and rash, and I have something in me which let thou wisest fear. Hold off thy hand!
Pluck them asunder!
Hamlet!
No!
Hamlet! Quiet!
Why, I will fight with him upon this theme until my eyelids no longer
Now,
wax.
my son, what thee?
I loved Ophelia. 40,000 brothers could not with all their quantity of love make up my sum. Show me what thou wilt do.
Oh, he is mad, Laertes.
For love of God, forbear him!
Swoon, show me what thou wilt do. Wouldst weep, wouldst fight, wouldst tear thyself, drink up easel, eat a crocodile, I'll do it. Dost thou come here to whine, to outface me with leaping in her grave? Be buried quick with her, and so will I. Nay, and thou, old mouth, I'll rant as well as that.
This is mere madness. And for a while the people work on him, and I, as patient as the female dove, when that her golden couplets are disclosed, his silence will sit drooping.
Hear me, sir. Why do you use me thus? I loved you ever. But 'tis no matter. Let Hercules himself do what he may. The cat will mew, and the dog will have his day.
I pray you, good Horatio, wait upon him. Strengthen your patience on our last night's speech, and put the matter to the present push. Sweet Gertrude, set some watch over your son. This grave shall have a living monument. An hour of quiet, shortly we shall see. Till then, patience in our proceeding be.
But I am sorry, good Horatio, that to Laertes I forgot myself. For in the image of my cause I see the portraiture of his. I'll court his favors. But sure, the bravery of his grief did put me into a towering passion.
Peace! Who comes here?
Your lordship is right welcome back to Denmark.
I humbly thank you, sir.
Sweet lord, if your lordship were at leisure, I should impart a thing to you from his majesty.
I will receive it with all due diligence of spirit. Put your bonnet to its right use, sir. 'Tis for the head.
Thank you, my lord. It is very hot.
Oh, believe me, it is very cold. The wind is no northerly.
It is an indifferent cold, my lord, indeed.
And yet, methinks, the air is very hot and sultry for my complexion.
Exceedingly so, my lord. It is very sultry. As 'twere, I cannot tell you how. But, my lord, his king bade me signify to tell you that he has laid a great wager on your head. Sir, this is the matter.
Sir, I beseech you, remember.
Nay, good my lord, for mine ease in good faith. Sir, here is newly come to court Laertes, believe me, an absolute gentleman, full of most excellent differences, a very soft society and great showing. Indeed, to speak fittingly of him, he is the card or calendar of gentry, for you shall find in him the continent of what part a gentleman might see.
Sir, his definement suffers no perdition in you. Though to divvy him inventorily would dizzy the arithmetic of memory, and yet but yaw neither in respect of his quick sail.
Your lordship speaks most infallibly of him.
Is it not possible to understand in another tongue? You will do it, sir. Really?
What imports the nomination of the gentleman?
Of Laertes.
His purse is empty already. All his golden words are spent.
Of him, sir.
I know you were not ignorant.
I would you did, sir. Yet in faith if you did, it would not approve of me. Well, sir.
I know you were not ignorant of what excellence Laertes is.
Of that I dare not confess, lest I compare with him in excellence. But to know a man well were to know himself.
I mean, sir, for his weapon. But in the imputation laid on him by others, in his meed he's unfellowed. The king, sir, hath laid that in a dozen passes between yourself and him, he shall not exceed you 3 hits. He have laid on 12 for 9. It would come to immediate trial if your lordship would vouchsafe the answer.
How if I answer no?
I mean, sir, the opposition of your person in trial.
I will walk here in the hall, if it please his majesty. 'Tis the breathing time of day for me. Let the foils be brought, the gentleman willing, and the king hold his purpose. I will win for him if I can. If not, I will gain nothing but my shame and the odd hits.
Shall I redeliver you in so?
To this effect, after whatever flourish your nature will.
I commend my duty to your lordship.
Yours? Yours. Yours. He does well to commend in himself. There's no tongue out for his turn.
This lapwing runs away with the shell on his head.
The king and queen and all are coming down.
In happy time.
You will lose this wager, my lord.
I do not think so. Since he went to France, I have been in continual practice. I will win at the odds. Thou wouldst not think how ill all's here about my heart.
If your mind is like anything, obey it. I will forestall their repair hither and say you are not fit.
Not a whit. We defy augury. There's a special providence in the fall of a sparrow. If it be now, yet it will not come. If it be not to come, yet it will be now. If it be not now, yet it will come. The readiness is all. Since no man has aught of what he leaves, what is't to leave betimes?
Come, Hamlet, come. Take this hand of me.
Give me your pardon, sir, for I've done you wrong. But pardon it as you are a gentleman. This presence knows, and you must needs have heard, how I am punished with sore distraction. What I have done that might your nature, honor, and exception roughly awake, I here proclaim was madness. If Hamlet from himself be ta'en away, and when he is not himself does wrong, Laertes, then Hamlet does it not, Hamlet denies it. Thus, Hamlet is of the faction wronged. His madness is poor Hamlet's enemy. Sir, let my disclaiming in this audience from a purposed evil free me so far in your thoughts that I have shot my arrow over the house and hurt my brother.
I am satisfied in nature, whose motive in this case should stir me most to my revenge. But in my terms of honor I stand aloof, and will no reconcilement till by some elder masters of known honor I have a voice in precedent of peace to keep my name on guard. But until that time, I do receive your offered love like love, and will not wrong it.
I will embrace it, and will this brother's wager frankly play. Give us the foils, come on.
Come, one from me.
Nay, I will be your foil, Laertes. In my ignorance, your skill shall, like a star in the darkest night, strike off fiery indeed.
You mock me, sir.
Nay, by this hair.
Cousin Hamlet, you know the wager?
Very well, my lord. Your grace hath laid the odds o' the weaker side.
I fear it not. I have seen you both, and as he is better, we have therefore odds. Send me the stoops of wine on that table, and if Hamlet gives the first or the second hit, the king shall drink to his better breath. And in that cup a union shall he throw, richer than that which 4 kings in Denmark's crown have worn. Come, bring me the cup. And with the kettle to the trumpet speak. Now the king dunks to Hamlet. Come, begin, and you, the judges, bear a weary eye.
Come on, sir.
Come, my lord.
Done!
No!
Judgment!
A hit, a very palpable hit.
Well, again, stay, give me drink. Hamlet, this pearl is thine, here's to thy health. Give him the cup.
I'll play this bout first. Set it by a while. Come. Another hit, what say you?
Touch, the touch! I do confess. Our son shall win.
Come, Hamlet, take my napkin, rub thy brow. The queen carouses to thy fortune.
Good madam.
Gertrude, do not drink.
I will, my lord, I pray you pardon me.
It is the poisoned cup, it is too late.
I dare not drink yet, madam, by and by.
Come, let me wipe thy face.
Here now, my lord.
I do not think it.
'Tis almost against my conscience.
Come, Laertes, for the third. I pray you, pass with your best violence. I am afeard you make a wanton of me.
Come on!
Nothing neither.
I've had you now! Pardon them, they're incensed!
Hey, come again!
Oh, Lieutenant Queen there, ho!
The lead on both sides. How is it, my lord?
How is it, Laertes?
Like a woodcock to mine own spring, Josric. I am justly killed with mine own treachery.
How does the queen?
She swoons to see them bleed.
No. No. The drink. Oh, my dear Hamlet. The drink. I'm poisoned.
Oh, villainy! Ho! Let the doors be locked. Treachery, seek it out.
It is here. Hamlet. Hamlet, thou art slain.
No medicine in the world can do thee good. In thee there is not half an hour of life. The treacherous instrument, unbaited and envenomed, is in thy hand. Lo, it has turned its foul practice unto me. Here I lie, never to rise again. I can do no more. Thy mother's poison. The king's to blame!
The point. Envenomed too. Then venom to thy work!
But defend me, friends! I am but hurt!
Here, thou incestuous, murderous, damned Dane, drink off this potion. Is thy union here? Follow my mother!
He is justly served. It is poison tempered by himself. Exchange forgiveness with me, noble Hamlet. Mine and my father's death fall not on thee, nor thine on me.
Heaven make thee free of it. I will follow thee. I am dead, Horatio. Wretched queen, adieu. You, who look pale and tremble at this chance, who are but mutes or audience to this act, had I but time, as this foul sergeant Death is strict in his arrest, oh, I could tell you, but let it be. Horatio, I am dead. Thou livest. Report me and my cause aright to the unsatisfied.
Never believe it. I am more an instinct Roman than a Dane. There's yet some liquor left.
As thou art a man, give me the cup. Let go, by heaven, I'll have it. Oh, good Horatio, what a wounded name, thing standing thus unknown shall live behind me. If ever thou didst hold me in thy heart, absent thee from felicity a while, and in this harsh world draw thy breath in pain to tell thy story. Oh, I die, Horatio. The potent poison quite o'ercrows my spirit. The rest is silence.
Now cracks a noble heart. Good night, sweet prince, and flights of angels sing thee to thy rest.
much for coming to see Maryland Shakespeare Players' production of Hamlet. We really could not do without you and your generous contributions, both of your time in being here and of a more monetary bent. In that vein, we keep this show free to all, and we really rely on donations both from the bucket that is being generously handled over there, and from our Venmo at MD_Shakespeare.
What's that?
That's MD_Shakespeare. And in addition, if you'd like something more tangible for your donation, we do have a limited number of show shirts and club shirts. A show shirt, as being demonstrated at aim over there, very comfortable, and the club shirts are additionally very comfortable. I own both. All right, these actors are going to go get out of costumes, and they will meet you in the lobby. Yes, they are. In the lobby, which is just mill around outside this room. They'll come find you. Thank you so much again.
And actually, real quick before everyone leaves, today is a very special day.